Rotararia is an interesting game. It's only existing in Roderick's head, and I don't know how easy it is, but I look forward to seeing it.
I remember when you said the sort of like the code that you type in to get to a certain level. Those were often born not for the players; they were for play testers. I need to start at this level to make sure that it works. But I remember when I was playing, I think it was Goblins 3, where you had to turn, or Settlers back in the day, you had to turn to page 500 and read out the third
Oh
word
yeah,
of
yeah.
the second paragraph. It's like, whoa.
The early copy protection and DRM stuff.
I mean, when your manual is this thick, it is a genuine thing, because to copy the manual, obviously it wouldn't be an issue these days with PDF, but to copy the manual would have been the cost of the game to photocopy all of those pages.
I remember when original Elite came out, and you got a little plastic rectangle with a split window in it, and you had to hold it in front of a pattern on the screen. This is a ZX Spectrum screen, so really low fidelity graphics, and then type in the letters you saw.
Yeah.
And it was so frustrating. But anyway, so Terraria, very blocky, pixely style graphics, quite a lot of depth to it. And then later on, the same company, Chucklefish, and I think the same developer, Relogic, same developer,
Right.
released Starbound. Now, Starbound is a very ambitious game and quite a lot of fun to play. It is not a sequel to Terraria, but sometimes it looks like one. It's like a spiritual successor to Terraria. And there are some very interesting changes. One of which is there's a lot more of a tutorial going on.
Yeah,
For those who don't know,
definitely.
Starbound is a big open world Terraria style open world game where you are the last person or people if you're playing with your friends, and they have a really interesting friend play mechanic, which I'll talk about in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Of some stellar organization, stellar police organization that's just been destroyed by a big alien, and you're the only one left, and you're on a broken spaceship, and you're crash landing on this little planet, little garden world, and you've got to find enough stuff to power up a teleporter to go to a place to fix your ship. And then if you want, there's a whole plot you can follow, and if you don't, you can just go and do your thing.
Yeah.
Mikey, did you say you played Starbound recently?
Yes, I gave it a quick go after we had a conversation earlier on
Chat.
about it. Yeah, and it was definitely a completely different game. There's far more dialogue in it as well. It was more like you were part of a world rather than what am I doing?
Right, and I think that's it feels a lot less like a dreamlike situation because everyone's talking to you.
Yeah,
Whole villages can read you. Like if you start going on a murder spree, all the guards will attack you. It starts off with you picking which alien race you are.
yeah,
And they've all got little cultures, and the only real difference it makes is what you look like and what ship you get. And the ships are upgradable and expandable, and you can, if you want, use your ship as a base.
yeah.
But what's interesting is in order to get to certain stars, you need a certain type of drive, I think. I might be confusing No Man's Sky, but the type of star it is the difficulty gate. So if you've got the stuff to survive in a fire world, you need to go to a fire world to get your next stuff, that you will start looking for fire stars.
Yeah.
The universe is enormous. I'm actually not sure how big it is, but there's so many different planets. Each one is basically a Terraria map. And it's a lot of fun playing by yourself, playing together, though lots of procedure-generated weapons, lots of procedure-generated quests. They went and added things like a bounty hunter system where you could board spaceships and get a bounty. The ability to make your own space station if you want, like you
That's
can
pretty
start a
awesome.
village. You can, right, there's a whole bunch of
Yeah.
stuff you can do, and you can play multiplayer. Now you can also do this in Terraria, but what's interesting is you can rent a Starbound server, right?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it'll just keep going persistently. Or if I'm playing Starbound and I invite you to my game, you will appear on the planet you were on, where your base is, and your base is just there on that planet. The rest of the galaxy is using my save file.
That's an interesting
And if we're in a
mechanic.
party, you can teleport to my ship and we can go on adventures together.
Well, that's good because it,
right?
it means that I can, if I've just started the game, I can still experience the game without tens of hours
You
of
can still
play.
experience it. There's a whole bunch of things you can do. And to me, that's a very, very modern design aesthetic, right? If you want to play multiplayer, all we're going to do is just take your save data with my character. We can use my ship if we want. We can both go to the same place if we're within jump range of each other. But if not, teleport to teammate
Yeah,
and we're off on adventures together,
that's a
which I think is great.
very
So if you want, you can start a little village together. I mean, obviously, if you're not playing at the same time, you're going to need a server to keep it persistent.
yeah.
But it solves a problem that you and I were talking about with open world games. Now, this is a bit tangential,